Today I'm going to be revisiting to some of Roblox Piggy's worst chapters / maps. These are just maps that are just plain mid and terrible map-wise and story-wise. Without that all being said, let's jump right into it. Firstly, I just want to get the worst Piggy map right out of the way, and that is just the gallery map, Piggy Book 1 Chapter 3. It was one of the OG maps, but I just think map's just plain annoying. It's with the massive long staircase, the map's very tiny, it's very easy to glitch in it, and it's just so easy to escape, and it's very hard for piggies. And also piggies can literally just camp at the top of the stairs, and it will basically be impossible. Even the end cutscene, it was just you and Doggy having a chat. There was nothing really special about this, so let's move on. Next up, without all that being said, let's jump into our official list, and that is going to be the Carnival, Book 1, Chapter 8. This map was just pure annoying. This map is so easy for survivors, but for piggies, it's not. It's just a massive square, and it's also very easy to escape, and we did get some good story-wise. We got the introduction of Zizzy and Pony, aka Arthur, and it was just meh. That's why it's not the worst, because we got introduced to Zizzy and Pony, but overall this map did kind of stuck, and it weren't really good. Next up, we have a map, and that's going to be a little shocker to some people, and that is the Book 1 Chapter 1 map, the first ever map in Roblox Piggy. This map was an OG one, but the main problem with this is there's nothing big about this map. This map was mainly a rip-off of the Granny video game house. Weren't really anything good, just basic Piggy, but obviously that's just what made it good. Nothing much, nothing story-wise and all that. It was just a basic map. After that, next up we have the Forest map. This is Piggy Book 1 Chapter 4. As you can see, it's mainly Book 1 maps that are showing up here, but the Forest map was just meh. You know, Doggy drinks a random potion that a stranger gives him, and then he turns infected. We do find that the walkie-talkie which introduces Mr. P, which is a cool bit to the story, which was actually the first ever ending cutscene before they added the old ending cutscenes if you're OG to Piggy. But it weren't really, meh. It was just a massive forest walk around, bit confusing. But this is and it was a bit confusing for new players with all that wrench malarkey and all that. But yeah. Next up, we have a map a lot of people were probably expecting, and that is the Book 2 Chapter 4, The Safe Place. This is mainly a big story, because this is when Zizzy, Pony, Mimi, Giraffe, and more enter outside, and we get kidnapped by Willow and the gang. The safe house gets blown up, basically. A reference to the prison from The Walking Dead being blown up by the governor. This map was just annoying, because most of the time you had to just go back up and back down, grab a key from the top floor, and then head down to the bottom floor and grab it. It was just heading up there, and by the time you would do all that, the timer would run out. This map basically took more than 10 minutes for new players, and it was very hard and basically just annoying going up and down 10 floors and all that. But yeah, next up we have the school map. This is Piggy Book 1 Chapter 5. A lot of people hate the school, but I personally like this map, but obviously it ain't the best. We meet one of the fan favourites, most loving characters, Bunny, who sadly dies, and as you can see, we also find Mr. P. Everyone called him the Super Potato and all that, and it was bad for piggies mainly, because it was also a massive square like Carnival, but this did have some really good lore aspects and all that, and overall it was a pretty fun map. Coming up next, we have the Outpost map. This is Book 1 Chapter 11. This was mainly just a plain map, also a huge square. I like the aspects of the soldier piggies and the torture and all that, but overall it was just a pretty weird map. Obviously the soldiers didn't move that far, which kind of was a bit meh, but overall it was a good introduction to the final chapter of Book 1. We meet Cyborg Mr. P. George helps us as Zizzy and Pony fight off the infected. We see, and this overly ends up 2 maps, the plant map, which I think was pretty good. Next up, we have a shocking one. Speaking of the plant, here it is, the Plant Book 1 Chapter 12. I know a lot of people are going to be a bit mad that this is a bit down below, but trust me, I must say myself, there is just better maps out there. And I loved the Book 1 Chapter 12 map. I loved the music at the end of the Miracle K one, beautiful. The only problem is, like how you AFK, the green key room was so hard for players, because obviously Badgie and all that could jump out of nowhere. But the orange keycard room was so easy because you would basically walk in a circle. Same with the middle. The only bit that was mainly hard was the end bit when you threw down the dynamite and there would be the end credits and all that. And yeah, so it was not really my type. I love the Book 2 Chapter 12 map. I wish I could rank it higher, but there's just better maps. And don't worry, I do love the Book 2 Chapter 12 map. This is one of my favourite maps, but personally, I think there's better maps. Next up, we have Alleys, Book 2 Chapter 1. The start of Book 2, this was our first daytime map, and this also took place before the zombie apocalypse. It talked about Willow as how me and Doggy arrested Willow. And this was really cool. Had different buildings, nice alleys. We got introduced to some more lore characters, and we even have Rash and all that. And it was a nice way to start off the Piggy Book 2 story with a little bit of a flashback. I did like the puzzle at the end where you had to cut the scissors, use the mop, and chase Willow. And that music made by B Slick, it was beautiful. Every single bit of it. Now, the final one I have put on this list is in fact the station. This is Book 1 Chapter 2. I love this map because it had the acid and all that. It was really fun, and it was a nice way we get introduced to Doggy. Even the end cutscene, they talk about stuff that was only recently added on later on. But I did love the Piggy Book 1 Chapter 2 station map. It was really fun. I also liked the outskirts, and it was a really hard map if you were just new to Piggy, and I just loved it so much. But obviously there's better maps, so that's why I put it down here. Now, note, this is just my opinion. Some of you guys may like more maps more, but this is just my opinion. But overall, I do like every Piggy map basically. But do you like this video, y'all? If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. If you guys want me to make a video ranking the best Piggy maps, I'm talking like my top 10, make sure to leave a comment down below, and also join my Discord, link in the description. We are trying to hit 200 members, and if we do by the end of this year, I will be really happy. But anyways guys, we will see you all in the next video. Bye.